February 2026, the 68th Annual Grammy Awards. It's the moment that defines a career. The category is Best New Artist, a title previously held by legends like the Beatles, Mariah Carey, and Adele. This year, the Golden Gramophone went back across the Atlantic for the first time since 2019. It went to the soulful, undeniable force that is Olivia Dean.
Olivia Dean. I never really imagined that I would be up here, let alone nominated, so thank you so much.
If you just tuned in to Olivia Dean this year, it might feel like she appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly, she had the viral hits, she was selling out arenas, and she was accepting the biggest rookie award in music. But if you've been paying attention to the UK scene, you know the truth. This wasn't an overnight success story. This was a slow burn that finally caught fire globally. Today, we are doing a complete deep dive into the rise of Olivia Dean. How did she go from singing backup at festivals to becoming Chanel's muse and America's newest obsession? What was the specific stepping stone that changed everything? Let's break down the making of a Grammy winner.
We're nothing without each other. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much. Bye.
To understand how she won the Grammy in 2026, we actually have to look at the massive shift that happened in 2025. This was the year of her sophomore album, The Art of Loving. While her debut album was critically loved, The Art of Loving was her commercial monster. It started, as most things do these days, on social media. The single Man I Need had that nostalgic, warm, soulful sound that feels vintage but modern at the same time. It absolutely exploded on TikTok. It didn't just trend, it converted into real streams. Man I Need peaked at #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. That is massive for a British artist breaking into the US. The album itself cracked the top 5 on the Billboard 200, and back home in the UK, she made history, becoming the first female solo artist ever to have 4 songs in the top 10 simultaneously. That's Beatles territory, that's Taylor territory. But streaming numbers are only half the battle for a Grammy. You need visibility. You need to prove you can command a stage. And the smartest move her team made in 2025 was getting her on the right tour. Olivia secured the opening spot on the North American leg of Sabrina Carpenter's massive Short and Sweet tour. Think about that demographic, tens of thousands of young, engaged music fans every single night, many of whom had heard Man I Need on TikTok, but had never seen Olivia perform. She wasn't just an opener, she was converting thousands of new fans every night. By the time the Grammy voters were filling out their ballots, she was undeniable. And on the night of the awards, her performance medley cemented it. She didn't look like a new artist. She had veteran confidence. The win was inevitable. But where did that confidence come from? It came from years of grinding before the cameras were watching. Let's rewind the tape all the way back. Olivia Dean grew up in London, and her musical DNA is rooted in a deep appreciation for classic soul and jazz. But the real turning point in her early life was getting accepted into the BRIT School. This is basically Hogwarts for pop stars. We're talking about the same halls walked by Adele, Amy Winehouse, and Jessie J. Olivia entered at age 15, but here's an interesting twist. She didn't start in the music strand. She actually started in musical theater. And when you watch her perform now, it makes total sense. She understands stagecraft. She knows how to project emotion to the back row of a theater. Eventually, she realized her heart was in songwriting, not performing other people's scripts, so she switched to music. The lore goes that she was effectively discovered at her own graduation concert in 2019. Her future manager was in the audience, saw this teenager commanding the room, and knew she had found someone special. But graduating from the BRIT School doesn't guarantee fame. You still have to pay your dues. And Olivia's first professional gig was a trial by fire. Before she was Olivia Dean, the solo star, she was a hired gun. Her first major job out of school was singing backup for the massive British drum and bass band Rudimental. This is crucial to her development. She wasn't performing in coffee shops for 3 people. She was thrown onto massive stages, like the Ziggit Festival in front of 16,000 people. When you are 19 years old, standing behind a massive band, holding down harmonies for a crowd that size, you learn very quickly how to handle pressure. You learn microphone technique and stamina. This was her boot camp. While she was touring, she was secretly chipping away at her own sound. There were several key stepping stones during this hustle phase that set up her future success. The first was her 2018 self-released debut, Reason to Stay. It didn't chart globally, but it got the attention of the UK labels. It proved she could write. Then came the 2021 Amazon breakthrough. She did a soulful cover of Nat King Cole's The Christmas Song. It cracked the UK Top 20, and Amazon Music named her as their Breakthrough Artist of the Year. It showed she could handle a classic. But the big one for the critics was her 2023 debut album, Messy. This album was nominated for the prestigious Mercury Prize in the UK. Now, the Grammys are about commercial success and fame, but the Mercury Prize is about art. Being nominated established her as a serious songwriter, not just a pop product. She didn't win the Mercury, but it gave her the credibility she needed when it was time to conquer America 2 years later.
So my look today, I've got a tiny bag just for one Chanel lipstick in here. Lovely ballet flats, beautiful mesh shirt, and it's super cute, but it's going to be tough.
So we have the training, the backup singing experience, the critical acclaim of her first album, and the commercial explosion of her second album. But lots of people have those things. Why did Olivia Dean win the Grammy? What is her it factor? Part of it is her crossover appeal. In the years leading up to the Grammy win, she became a brand ambassador for Chanel. This positioned her not just as a musician, but as a style icon. It put her face in magazines that wouldn't normally cover a developing songwriter.
Yeah, I'm a product of bravery, and I think those people deserve to be celebrated.
But I think the real reason is authenticity. In her acceptance speech, which was incredibly emotional, she talked about being the granddaughter of immigrants. Her mother is Jamaican Guyanese, and her father is English. She called herself a product of bravery. In a politically charged musical landscape, that message resonated deeply. She feels like a modern global superstar, someone who honors the traditions of old-school soul but speaks the language of 2026. Olivia Dean's Best New Artist win felt sudden to the outside world, but it was 10 years in the making. From the musical theater classrooms of the BRIT School to the massive festival stages with Rudimental to the viral moments on TikTok, she built a foundation so strong that when fame finally hit, she didn't crumble, she was ready. And honestly, it feels like she's just getting started. What do you think of Olivia Dean's rise? Did you discover her during the messy era or the art of loving era? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next artist breakdown. Thanks for watching.